Abisiafo ya mamu nyina akwaba ha eye UTV unim se duru sabre a na ye mmara ne sesen ene ye de bro yasam akwaba mo ye da maseso abotra monya atwen ye abra mmara ne sesen ye new episode a ye de ebremu ye frame vim lady efia pokya unim se duru kwasi ada ye kire mmara no se de ba abusuamu ni nyina eja emma enna wofa sefo ne ye olumafo a wo mo wo nkura na se kese obi a ye benya ho mfaso yesisa bia buru se mpredu asa kinye enti ene yesi court dan na kwase ebo so ayenti entena hoda bra emra wo Ghana ha na Ghana emra ba time constitution wo ho also bi eye obukata anasa obu faso asara kesenko emma district chocolate do hia ene ensuo hye ne special ice mineral water ensuo ebeboa wo akọ nipedie no protect kidneys ene wo liver enwa ene ebeboa no pasori a numbi wanya hode asara kese so enkoma pamoni clothing wo na me entawe ene ni na miska wo na ye etire ni ade kama hu a se ebraba wabam obuo ni die wo ho peso ye raba una mobia say vim lady ni na miska hair ene ebeboa wo ene onim asema ye very important ene ye be kan ho asema ene say privacy say o take compound house say wa wo two phone so na wo no mpna bi ana wo kunu bi etwetwe nkomo ene de abaga fo no so ne say wo ye say oni ni gya ya say me do sex tape beko me do nude pictures wa raw ho ne den ehemfa ana nipa ho kwan a wo ana ne right a okuta say owo privacy so wo hye ne dem wotini fie wo ye na de na ene ho kwan ben ne wo say ebi a wabu mra no so a wo say mra no tutumi ba ofie e be hwe se de na so masi wo ye ne dem ana he na ote ka ba mu no ote ni nyina ye be hwe mo asem na yaka na no de ma ne ye ani kakra ne say na no ya court de atodwa say ye nuanom telco say ye company say omo ye telephone ho adwuma ne ade wo mu ni kwan so omo de wo ho nsem a wo phone so ebe ma bonti so ni eso na ye hu say omutumi send o message ye ton we ye say nti ebehwe eno so ho asem sa messages na telco se fa e data no mde akoma obia wa abonte no wo mo ho kwan ana ye fa me village efia pokra mo akwaba eba emra ne sesen ya ba ofie ya ba o TV so no beti mebusa question bia send e message bia ye benya aboche yi ano amo ye ba sese ya Abusafo esamu akwaba bio na meka obio se we ye mra ne sesen a ye ba ofie kwasi ada na ye ba behwe ensema ye mra efa ho na na onim ani kakra mra ne sesen new episode a ye de ebramu ye hwe niema e kamenu mienu a kwasi ada bia wo me bebie kwan no so na so abusa asem na feche se lawyer bia legal chambers ye de aba TV so ama woti me lawyer na nya consultation free a yenye ohwe me di bio e de vim lady efia pokua ne me ne lawyer Francis Kwatin Arthur a o ye pani kese woni onye lawyer keto kra ne so sehwi benchema dwabe so fo muhunu amunu nsem de hye ba akopɛ ene ne makwa akɔtwe no free sehwi benchema no wa enam de no aba ha tum sehwi fo mu ko school maben musua de enye kokoo no nko ena wodo musua de papa nti ye ka kokoo akwan na se magya wo sehwi fo ho a edi se midwa because maben eni se mote akwan bone so e wo sehwi na dako ye be ye ho asem critical issues sehwi akwan ne ade enti ena mo amode hye ba akon ye Kwatin ata enam de na betena ye hwe privacy issue na ye hye nkoma na se ye fa bibi wo article 18:1 e che so bia wo ho kwan se edem ha ye tie studio ye wo right to privacy udem na ono boy wunu kunu ono yire ono ma mo right to mo privacy wo to compound house wo to filtration mo wo to hwan wo right to privacy wo wa wo fia wo right to wo to care mo wo right to privacy but edu baby as our right e betimi age phone nsem wo telephone so our right to privacy but our afo mo betimi aka say mo right to privacy okunu be ka say eso so ohun de wo phone so so oje wo password ni nyina ne lawyer be me kwan am yakom ni ahwe de court telcos fo no wona e say court account said MTN no Vodafone no Airtel no hwan obie ni kwan ka ni GVG NCA omuntumi mfa wo number na wo phone so ne de wo register wo number na wontumi mfa ma third party bia na yen send o mezi eton meko ye tontos wontumi nyesa enso ne ye hu so mo ye court ti free necro sune omuntumi nyesa lawyer no pe ye mo akwa ba wie eba UTV so
Yo, mejo so minaba.
Na se hwefo ho ye de. Benchema.
Benchema nkatie so bi aho ye.
Benchema nkatie so. Mudo koko pa o.
Ah, yes. Yes ye de no.
Yakopo sha mo na madum Ghana so many years koko mfa so a mo de abre.
Yes.
But lawyer yen call privacy issues now you minim say wo na this case obroni be ka say landmark case. Wo de akoko tamako to chese wa wini. We nkan obi be ka say nkan fa ho so wo dwen Ghana for ho ntisi da bi say the telco see o moduma yen fa 7 kokot but yen sha say fi constitution article 18(2) ye ka say obi o right to privacy a chese.
Yo, mama vim lady me dash me san eda wo producers ene wa kamfo nyina ase ene ahwefo e wo fie nyina. Now privacy, your kind of privacy our protect more it's just the foundation of your freedom. Okay, privacy is a means by which the person, the citizen, how you control information around you. That is how the information they collect from you, how they use it, how they disclose it, and who to disclose to. You need to have that control. You see, privacy is the foundation upon which freedom is built.
And you ever say you human rights no?
No
kwanya obia wo so ono abede ne ho no ono anya de ye ono ane de no eno na ye fapema privacy phone de ne ade nyina ejina so
into ye can privacy the foundation upon which your freedom is built. And this freedom is the freedom from which all the other freedom flows. Me can akusi say freedom of association, freedom of movement, and most importantly freedom of choice.
Okay,
how you elect to live your life. That is the privacy. If they take that privacy, if they take the private, ye sa privacy no if you someone who need for who dey bio.
Enti who of who dey say freedom of choice. Who of who dey say obebo obra say dey open.
Obeko asode a open. Eku a open no. That privacy no is the foundation on which all these freedoms are built. So when your privacy is taken away from you, all these other freedoms elude you.
Okay, so pacho bobo rights na kana so. What's the privacy for the?
I just said the privacy is the foundation upon which your freedom is built.
Okay.
And the freedom I'm referring to is the freedom of association.
Okay, so obia obefa adamfo bia ope eku a ope.
School bia ope so ko bia ope so join bia MPP or NDC or UPC or Heritage or freedom of association.
That's also enjoy mu bia so
You have a freedom not to join anything. Nobody can force any association upon you.
Okay.
There's also freedom of movement.
Okay, ubetimi akọ bia ope.
Ubetimi akọ baby bia ope bia.
Ubetimi akọ jubilee.
Ubetimi akọ jubilee depending on what you are going to do there.
Okay.
So I say baby obeku bia na Mmara wo honom. Ubetimi akọ hospital. Oko hospital I mean there are the argument of profession and occupation no ebeba hono because they say hospital say okwa enya wo pese wo ko hono maybe a wo yade.
Okay.
So I say nti okwa ko hu doctor nti hono wo du hono mo a na ewu hia na say doctor ba be hwe.
Okay.
So I say ba emfa so ukodwa so uko market ekoto ade a and answer uti fie radio station say na bebre nti wo utini ne ope no no wa lock no honum
ti ni nyina ye
ejina privacy so privacy ene fapem no nti se ye privacy no ifri won nsem a sa freedoms we ni nyina no is gone.
But lawyer ebi wo mu a obetimi aka say your privacy there, your right, your freedoms there, but we there eno Mmara na amfa constitution na amfa mayen ebi wo hono ma obeka say wase but eno there ye need sa privacy no
there is no privacy Mmara no ma ho kwan say ye wadi nyina ho kwan
sa Bible no ka say nyani nyina so na fata
nyani nyina na fata ni say ntina ohwe article 18(2) na wa mayen yenye freedom no so at say but ohwe hono mu a the article 18(2) no it provided say the government, okay, or the administration can interfere with your right, which is guaranteed on Article 18(2) for justifiable reasons.
Okay.
And a few of the justifiable reasons is one, in accordance with law.
Okay.
The second one is necessary in a free and democratic society.
For
public safety, for the economic well-being of the country, or for the protection of health and morals.
Nti yensan fa na mako who of freedoms ni nyina de but ye betimi age sa freedom no
in accordance with
every enim number 1
it can be interfered with ewo mmara kwan so.
Okay, ye betimi atwam kakra empendodo a fa mmara ni hia se etwa freedom
state agencies injume bi investigation bi ohun nti saa ehonomo when the law is coming after you your privacy and freedom is tampered with in a way in accordance with law.
Okay,
that's right.
Je fan say wo ofie wo right say wo freedom ofie there na so ya akola bi mo na say wo bo akola bi wo bo yere wo bo o girlfriend bi a o man ne betimi aka say police for ye gina mu Ghana man de wo ye na wo mu say wo ankasa wo pass na wo ye de and so etia mra no tie betimi aba ho
straight away.
Okay.
Your freedom ends where another person's freedom begins.
Okay.
Into wo freedom no and travel wo share. Wo zone of freedom no wo enjoy freedom no. And no nkyere say yet compound house for instance. Now I go to TV and now sound system. Oba yes and say wo freedom of over privacy, no freedom of association and freedom of choice. Into oba ya no we be nyom full what. They be
sir
they be untumi
o de even on friend ghetto blast and we be mu sana team unisa freedom
they be ne next door neighbor no ono so yare wa fe draw ogina home kakra nti na wo nyom na wo bo no eti ono so fa ahudie so ono so wo no right.
I see.
Nti na che say ni nyina no say yet for instance if you are in a compound house na say also privacy wo freedom mind you your freedom should be regulated.
Okay.
You don't take it for granted. You don't take the freedom of your other neighbors for granted. Say maybe because I have a freedom, I'm coming to maybe yididi, baby.
I see. If I say motive so na bia ko for ya what to compare ko fa ge bi be obekama mo bi enwe no onzo obi obeka so be interfere with obi freedom.
Oh mini mo bi a wa obeye complain. In fact, offer me bisa me say young man biti ni next door. Na young man no mananda de bia de okofa e man no ba ni ekoso we hodmon de onim na nsu de ahodo eye no obisa na mesio nana ahon brasi mu a we de ewunu abema anopa no no afre no a che ne se de o ma ne dede no emra from kakra na e bia wo so wabre wakoye pa abre o beji wa home kakra nya afi na wada na eba be so eba be komu no na afi so no do ne sounds different sounds eba be interrupt to sleep nti menene kan sa na ye se de ni
but nka tiamra na ubetimi akata de abrante no dede na o ye no tiamra
senka papa no ekubisa no anase papa ne ko kasa se wo fa ebia na wo ye disturb me tiame fa ahudie so e ma young man no I say, oh, I didn't see that young man also ne papa no kunya kasa. The man can report the gentleman. Yes.
Okay, Lord, I am fair number. Me samba list now here, no to say, all rights can be interfered with, but my Mmara this issue about yin kofo sorry for any ade. Maybe we are utumu say oh wabre pa uko kapia so ye be for na di hiri baba and also and also
there be sorry for no mun to me and for omunya me som. Embe for wo fa ahudie a ahude bi so mo wo honom na se omo ye omo dedi ana so mo ye omo asore no a Mmara omo kwan the your friend the decibels omo noise levels no there is the required and approved one they have to operate within such as
tennis omo ye ebom pa ye to nyoma na bro na bar for ne hotel for mosque for mo so omo nyina ka
omo nyina obia ka obia udede a wo ye no fie ana se wo yard no mo no dede no tumi free with echo interfere with someone's or the person's enjoyment of national rights. They be another Mmara ma ho kwan sa. Now say you can case be I think with ICGs here was it
Accra
had to honum baby sir the courts prevail on them too.
So
omo dede you know ember form yes answer fine omo
Ghana here
Ghana Accra here
I see because I bring say homo bre ni ade o kai say ya homo ni bedru so ye ban on noise making ya na ebinum person bedi so bi o mosque bi o hon mosque ye ni so asori bi o hon mosque ye ni yeso nyame ye ni ebetu ni nyina ba ewo emra nim say wo right to privacy but uni right to say obema odede no aburo obi so asumdwe so I see.
Your freedom ends where the other persons begin.
Okay. Cause you can call list no be ma o say ebetimi
for public safety.
Se be mo online ni nyina nya asumdwe ni
yes. For instance, you have ye nuanom na mo ate free ewo ishirimu a de bia ka Boko Haram ne nkrofo no yes ebetumi edru mrebi no ye beji ofa ahodie from saying just to protect you.
Okay. Ati e bebo wan kasa nipa no
ba. Ye wan kasa obanti ebetumi ama curfew say do this time na nkrofo no okrom, so you have to stay for the security to work.
I see.
Other than that, you will be mistaken as one of them and you'll be dealt with.
I see. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And also for the protection of health and morals.
Okay.
For the protection of health and morals, no to say near yade ya ye nyina ye nim baby a
COVID-19
ye nim baby o free. Wa besra yen. Esra so abesra yen so ye nim da obejan yen ho akọ. Wo ye ya o se me de maba. In fact, o ye kra no asesa didin o se sia me de delta. Yes. Nti sa nioma sa na ba aban wo ho kwan se otumiji ofa hodie ne kakra. Te say nia eba ya ma aban ko lockdown no ba ye no lockdown no ba ni say yentumi anko ejuma wona mkra no ye so be she nose masks we be hro nsa those are the COVID protocols ne your man nti yes enye fa hodie ni bi wo hono mo a say ye bem for your own sake
for wow
ye
was so mine twa wo fa hodie nim
say ye twem and no na e de masem no ba ye e na me copy court
no ye ba so baba men kan article 18.2 na woka no article 18.2 of Ghana constitution 1992 constitution say no person shall be subjected to interference with the privacy of his home ni fie ni property na japade correspondence or communication except in accordance with law and as may be necessary in a free and democratic society for public safety or economic well-being of the country, for the protection of health or morals, for the prevention of disorder or crime, for the protection of rights or freedoms of others.
Nti ne na echichi mu nyina na wakan wabɔ no tofa ewo
na chese we kura no council o hwa gave for ya asemi ya abai LGBTQ no eno so wo ha o say law no kura no ye betimi de na wo kan ye betimi abam ama wo fa ahodie no untumi nya for the sake of for the sake of public morality morals prevention of disorder nti as on mine ye betimi interpret say public morality any disorder
no tricky kakra because when it comes to who defines what is moral.
Okay.
Who defines what is moral? If this is my sexuality and that is my way of life, I have my world view. But then again, everything boils down to the fact say Ghana for we have a way of life. Ghana for say in here say kono. So I just say and this LGBTQ no I call say social media amplify no. But growing up no around I didn't put hono no. You wo from ko jobe sia. Okay. Enye no omo hodada. But I call it with today's social media, no, bibi kakre bia na amplify, no. For instance, time I remember cultural common entrance as far back as 1984, papers were leaking. Common entrance paper leaking from commercial associates and all that paper leaking. But how no ma me anaso for be to paper na. I just on one kasa de nantia the bro so school. What I say, and because of social media. My men ya no their to WhatsApp so no they are sending when so saka no are sending to you one say it will spiral out of control into social media so e kan ho bi e na sisi ya no bibi kitwo yi bia na ko say yes but near isi ni bia no it was there before today.
Yes. Indeed na say and or mine no wo bibi e friend public morality as and as Ghana mine e bibi e gina say Ghana de sefata we ye ni so nie nti wo no ko chia na say media mepemema media mepema ne ma What yes public morality no?
Well, it will depend on where that American say it is very subjective.
Okay.
I mean, it is not there is no objective test to morality.
Oh, I see.
What is public
even
morality?
Ghana, I mean, Supreme Court decision being to mean define it.
So far, obi a try law no sir. Obi a court, define law no sir. Me say obi a ya minim. But say a mini we din komo maintain sir da. But ne minimum no say public morality no is a very subjective term and a very contentious one. Inti what is moral to you may not be moral to me. What is immoral to me may not be immoral to you. And
your council member needs you because remember used to say almost the say also your freedom of choice. Freedom of association. It will be so about why you know but Ghana have me oba me say me why me ensan say dey bi no dey oba but obema dey oba why me ensan e wanna kai e dey face one of na
eba polygamy ne nioma no a yen Ghana yen ye hanom no side no na ya je say we have been socializing to accept the fact say bema betumi aware more than one woman
nobody want to me.
So, but we call East African countries, even on some countries in West Africa, Sierra Leone, Liberia, oh yes. Baby or Honomoa. In fact, my many be cried. I don't know. Eddie Wawa say, measuring one of your boyfriend.
I see.
Yes.
Yes. Because the uncle who can say social media and amani maybe an air cost tete and na mana in Mmara law ni say right to privacy or right to WhatsApp or right to Facebook also say ni na is a public places and comfort into betimi aka say hi me Facebook into me ma ho e media tema na am me meto me control
and there to say na we di kan is a public space what you say Mark Zuckerberg amao so say Mark Zuckerberg ama obi aye editors editors in chief. Such as here. Once upon a time, you need the editorial board to determine which news will come here and go there. But you see, I'm the editor in chief. I just here. As soon as I see the story, I post.
Oh,
I
Facebook
post it on
WhatsApp.
Me post my WhatsApp status. And today, it will interest you to know. Maybe you know that traditional media are actually sourcing their news from Facebook, social media.
Baby.
Such as social media has come to stay, and it has actually revolutionized the media space. As you see, to send a media editors in chief. I mean, for instance, menkai ibusianfo ne okunafo ya time yenua bema Major Mahama ade but for social media, how many of us would have even heard of it?
By hono ebusiafo no so to me nka say omo right to privacy na nipa na odi video no beto abonten no we breaches our rights and say as accident is here na say na accident bi esi wo motorway na obi etwa na de akoto on to me nka say we de oye de hye nti we breach right to privacy say wo de bia accident na ha mu nyina da na de abeto abonten ana ti say Major Mahama hwe kwa ya esi na bo na mo de abeto abonten on to me nka say
nti I don't know to say na me di kan no me nka ebusiafo ne okunafo ne ma eya na here. Whatever happened, whatever unfortunate accident happened to our late brother, we all witnessed it by courtesy of social media. Saying can you social media after about 3 days or 4 days, near report no baby 4 square kitwe near true needing. Nobody will hear of it. Such as but you see, and social media is taking over. In fact, social media has taken over. It is amplifying every little thing to the right sizes. Maybe post to idea crowd me Facebook wall. Obi to me ba me alternative view. Depending on how the person
so on
adwene kebi is democracy. So what post you some for nkan. Nti ono so onim an alternative fact.
Nti what they want to mean ka say your privacy.
No, they be
so when you dey akoto one we are bonten.
Kwan ho.
Oh yeah, I like that. Oh yeah, the any obi etumi chia obi.
All play all.
Ye wo esrem baby omubu omo say de odo e wo ka akwan ho no. Edi so osuro nchia. Obi abetwem obechia ho. Adwuma ntutumi nkoka so wa mu na wenim say mo obi anchia ho. That's what kwan.
What kwan. Okay. Into social media of course kwan.
WhatsApp so ye kwan ho. Instagram ye kwan ho.
WhatsApp enye kwan ho because WhatsApp no aspect ye kwan ho. They say status. Obe post to status. You post it for people to see, for others to see. Also ye kwan ho. Na mo group chat nso a wo group na say mo chat nso a ho nso ye kwan ho but oh yes I mean say group no name you don't know I mean people lift things from one group and forward it to other groups so that you don't have control over that but then me ne wo vim lady my test to say vim lady enyumre you invite me
party B
o adaji akoja me feel say me ne wo a so that say
ho de enya kwan ho
enya kwan de bi a wo nipa bi oh no so ni da o so pa bi a ukunu ekuhu say
what send me message
why na send you some message the question is o si de hu ye aso oji wo phone ana say so oji wo phone no hwe ya in fact when I order phone no man there enye breach of privacy but say ono anga say fa equity kwan bi so bi a wa install app bi wo so bi a kwan of so the monitor o I know they wait me raise issues
even our for be your yire and now your boyfriend or girlfriend wait me raise issue they say what about my phone so because me maybe na say cancel so wo dey pattern e bi o phone otumi read be man no anu say pattern say no dey to order no dey ye no obi na girl ya say no me bi cry na nya hwe oni be man be consacra twiesa me man ni bi so ye obi won so ohun se ni ku no the fingerprint e na bie phone to be twen oda na afa ne phone no the be man nsa amia no wa bie so na che say enu nyina wo say breach to privacy
well dey answer na me yi ano no penifo o ka se bi say o free funu ni a
ohun so man
nti say open you ni a person ohun bia no free mu a obekwa go hu na anya eya oda afa anya oda nso a wo na ehye obo yes
so bompa
ehye obo say ni say ni tibia no dey I mean I am allowed a certain degree of privacy
even in our room
and
our relationship
hey I am allowed a certain degree of privacy
articles 18:2 now kind of also kind
said no what kind was say every person one can every couple and out every married couple
there be one
can article 18:2
one kind couple mom there but say every person okay when me can say no person shall be subjected to interference with their privacy of his home property correspondence okay
correspondence when you get hudie any day bio
communication
no I say no person one can no couple no family
you worry crowd
privacy yes
say they come married counseling ni ebusiafo frɛ ye fia ware ye kro omo nka ne saa o nti saa ebusia ye aware ni ye fie de na
you see marriage counseling no cry no I want to say is it's a topic for another day. That is here because most of our DJI it can be traced to the doorstep of the marriage counselors. Most of them. Why? Oh yes, because almost set standards in the course of the counseling. Almost set standards be at the parties. Into one so young man ebemu ti se nia wo kin se o phone da ho a o yere betimi afa o yere phone da ho so betimi afa as far as I am concerned maybe your lawyer
Mmara ne man sa
maybe se be maybe wo ho no mo a ne phone no odu fie ankwara no beji ye bo game wo so at ase e be o two phones cell phone we near the bo game cell phone we there is for your office work I mean how would you feel so we a lawyer you are studying to become a lawyer. Now, a client calls you, and instead of your voice, your husband picks the phone and asks, "When ye?" Maybe a client knows all from you or a bema. Already, be proud to call no be true no. Now when your argument be. Na phone no kra no. Wa na ko bi aba. Nti fire no di bufa press it. When you why? How would the client feel?
Na say counsel say no kre na boni bi ani a kire dia. Se ne na wo say wo ba no.
Wo say say. O kan say boni bi ani mu say boni a bro protocol say na if.
Okay, clause.
If clause. So I say we if no ho na so kan would it be the same? Thank you very much.
Inti counsel mpese o si studio ama me say ho no say counselors mo nye standard say awaye ni say because abusuan pani for no pan no mo sheda to de bia wo ko me ye awaye MC bi wo ko engagement say oba phone e be ma dia we so ye wo ade e we dia we dia but dia wo chem article 18 2 no nkire saa say obi wa ware kra obi a on privacy
nsem bi wo ha ye candidate if no me gidie pa e kire me say emfa ne say me ne vim lady a me no oti esisi ai say me be ware o what I should know is that woman me no papa omo atetewo seni omo pese omo baba enyini me so me ma me ne me papa atete me seni omo pese omo baba ma enyini inti afei se me no mienu ehia that is the period of courtship.
Okay,
that is where you educate me as to your likes and your dislikes. I also educate you. So that period no na edi hu ya ho.
Okay,
so as far as I am concerned, counseling your kowadi answer your counseling no, I think it's a bit problematic because you don't know it's regimented. I go say for the next 2 months maybe anamo counseling. Obi na bi kwa na obani ejuma na be me ejuma no so ponte meba. But during the period of the courtship no, that is where the counseling is. The two of you should counsel yourselves.
Okay, nti counsel yen some from back to a privacy asemi a okay. Se fan se be ma ne se me de me ma bra bom se de ma me no tete me no. Ese se me hu de obi ehu de obi aye. Nti ese se me hu phone de one na kasa. Contact wo phone so nyina wo se me hu. Mema wo ma wo se me hu. Ema wo so wo se me hu. Ono boss na kasa fan ye fia wo ye radio adwuma na media adwuma wo se me hu. O boss se wo boss ni na fufu a colleagues eno be kasa no so breach of privacy
they be any breach of privacy in another words no if you are adwuma wo UTV bia Christmas you do and I say period be more you get together oh ba no de ukunu aba nti ukunu ba ukunu be meet you o boss be meet you colleagues ya we no frame ya ha me adwene ya we ni ono so do any time the period now no so no call the office now so when your money na call interacting so not necessarily asking or demanding to know who you the contact of the phone
there be counsel me patch situations are enei nkofo bebe cases o mo de ba ha no be ma no person hu ne password oba no so person hu ne password ese so hu omo fra won ese so hu bibia o mechanic ni nyina wo so hu eno
baby and I me just say it's a mobile phone, it's not a landline. So I say mobile phone is very personal.
Nti e no we were privacy
as of okra mo personal mobile phones nanka me lawyer.
Nti oba ne be ma nante se omo be ware na omo twemp na omo ware dada obi eni hu kwan se obekọ ne personal phone
David say me ma ho kwan a enwia ho enkomi
na se oba insist se esesemi hu ana be ma insist se esesemi hu eno so
o say ndia se oba ya ware no insist se opeso hu ni kunu password eno no ya wade asem
na no o was be man betimi ka say me wo privacy intime fa ma
say e wo kwan ya be man betimi aka sa asem na kire oba no o kwan ya obefa so a kire ni so oba phone we die o de ma ahwem na adenti na opeso hu I mean e bi oba na ba no the pressure ba to calm down no we slow no down nti afi won say na adwobre oba na afi no no I mean everything is communication. It's about but not to be maybe wo hono mo a e bi opese ode the phone ma all right but kwan kro be fa so bi sa no kra no be put no off. Okay,
cancel unim de ntia phone no de na hia me ni social media de na bam no na say na lawyers be your compilation na no mo ka chem say na say divorce cases na e back court no do no social media WhatsApp ni Facebook nsense mi ka ho pa
no kra
obi a send a picture obi a send bi a be ma bi o say yadwuma yi kra no aye bebre on fa ho say wa ware na bibi sa o wa hu so otiti so hu ya me fepa no send message I like you pa na bobu otumi na no na minu aba na mo akra ka say obi tumi ko no aro no ho be ma bi no the camera twa no send ya bre no unim se de o nya wo number no afrew no the photo send o chese ni nyina nti council no ebe mu a ubetimi ede nipa na famra kwan so de ni ko police headquarters say we a breach of your privacy say we nya number
any breach of your privacy is harassment.
I know your harassment. To be trying to send no harassment.
So I mean the person is harassing you. So what you have to do is to just prevent it. Number now block the number. Maybe go through you.
na obi frefro say me ye bi mutumi harase emema ye producers awu ho mo ha emema so mo ye fine boys to de bi amani bitumi o mo sa pa
me ba no mu hu so mu nyina
si PC tapa sa na mande o mo
why are there pa why mu yi
ma sure mo so yenti me kwa na me monitor mo say hey wo friend dey na
pa then why your monitoring spirit
me chair monitoring spirit monitor mo to de bi obi ba am say pacho we o yere o girl we o yere but girls me mo mind won hu so wo yere no kwa fe na obetwa wo hyeda na no nurse girl bi a minim no chese won agro no ho pan no watwa o council
otwa de say ne hwan
watwa de asend directors ba ko producers
ko ye den wonu
won no de kire me say fi ahwede me yi
onangasa na de ne pe kire eno no ye breach of privacy
but girl no ye ne sa
harassment
girl ne harassment nti obi a won so ma no be send bia wayi ne nufo ho
obi obe frefre wo abrekro a waye busy a won person nipa no you just block the person and move on with your life
I say WhatsApp or Facebook and no say harassment
obi wo ho no mu a wo frame me number na say I don't want to me person
no the number for frafre
what the number for frafre no me hu for as long as you are calling me with different numbers I keep blocking them me cry them me block you cry no machine delete aka ho internet just say don't know I will not be tempted to unblock you I don't even have it
okay it comes Mmara back to a Kelly GVG case the social media dey ni hear me because na emafo no awaye bebregu because of social media no obi asende na yere Facebook na we close you no obi akọ no akobie also computer say to dey be enko to me the computer to sleep no nim say the sleep or the phone kra bia no dey to sleep or ya na bie won say obi asende me yere ni o twempna obekire mu bia obe ma ne ntiase ana oba ne ntiase obe na de awaya ba ti ni nyina na ye breach of privacy ne harassment
o say me laptop is honom o ko pede ho honom e bia me ye medjuma na ma femu ada ana me nya call ma sore wa ko tena me laptop echi me no na ye law no
kazo dia say we ba wa yo begua wa yo nti mo oba bia nkodi kru laptop so
say
ana nkodi kru phone so mo oba ma bia so nko na ire phone so
me dia men kan men hye ne sa okay ebeye agreement a awafo mi enu no e be like ombedi so it should be an agreement between the two of them
okay
I mean impinifo can say ye do ehu a ye ngichi so atiase nti mo no do mo
okay
I will encourage married couples to keep loving themselves and love conquers all
okay cause yanko case now we dey call court so in the high court general jurisdiction I want am call here Francis K. Kwatin Arthur say she benchema chronically design
number 13
number 13 say she benchema
nkatie
so bukrom di na de keke ya do mo don nkatie ho ana kane no ye don nkatie ho
kane no ye don nkatie ho
na mo de ba koko no ko say mo do koko pa
ne de ado a ne bibia do bia ne do
mo ya de mo na mo feed Ghana in the case of Francis K. Kwatin Arthur number 13 say she benchema nkatie so Dwaboso district Western region any
Western North
yes Western North any CA Vanderpool memorial your office okay nti mo ne Vodafone Ghana scan comment MTN Kelly GV and the National Communication Authority na Attorney General and am court na decades na mawo say udibem asema wo de buy na udibem yehwem because me can say about basic data say they use phone now to one mo bi to me frɛ o unim no unim de odo number ma no obi kwa to me say ma send momo unim no e de no nya o number bi a company si a ye bobo mu de obi to me send ye ton we onsoma no subscribe onsoma no ti cancel cheche mu man how anu ni ye breach of privacy ko to baby e de no obi to me nya o number
okay ti ne ba ye ne say March of 2020 time ye declare COVID as global pandemic no to manage the pandemic in a part of the world, let's say in Ghana, no, Omampini signing into
EIB, no,
executive instrument. EI63. That is the establishment of emergency communications system instrument. 2020 EI63. Now, if you the third paragraph of the EI, you know, say whereas there is an urgent need to establish an emergency communication system to trace all contacts of persons suspected of or actually affected by a public health emergency and identify the places visited by persons suspected of or actually affected by a public health emergency. Now, therefore, I, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the President of the Republic, do hereby make the following orders. Now, offer EI 63 no. There were 5 parts. Now, so okay,
I know yeah, President COVID na sa fellow Ghanaians na
fellow Ghanaians no yeah.
Nyina na ebia ba be Mmara ye.
Ebia be Mmara.
Okay.
Such as ebia be Mmara.
Okay.
Nti ba offer EI 63 ni nyina na so wokan a. What the first indication you get is that somebody want to spy on you. Such as somebody in government want to spy on the citizens. So that is the first impression I had. Then going forward, no.
But once I cancel before bedroom, no. President, yeah, executive instruments. Or ma to me be executive instruments. Mu say. Yen setting up national communication system.
Up, yes, emergency communication systems. Be.
Aye, they be ready or COVID.
Hard near, be ready near when ya COVID. They are near said near only obi a when ya COVID is sign.
Ah, they are no friend contact tracing.
Contact tracing. Okay. Now we share part 4 of. We now the short one will say the central subscriber identity model, that is the CSIM register, and the central equipment register shall be hosted by an institution designated by the minister responsible for communication. So that institution to host Kelni GVG.
Okay, in this EI now President Kasa fellow Ghanaians or the two members central communication system say Minister of Communication MP institution B company B na yemfa data ni nyina ma no
on host to central subscriber
register. Yeah, omo be contact tracing no.
Omo be contact tracing.
Ghana for obia no ma bia be wo sa eno no so.
Na che say obi bia wo mobile phone.
Bia wo
mobile phone bia wo number e wo so obi bia wo send mobile money bia no wo number no wo so obi bia wo receive mobile money wo number no wo so. In fact ebinumu they say yenumu binimi say no your mobile money wallet no is linked with our bank details. Your bank details is also sent there.
I see. Nti what down so na gu abontene. Nti so obi da ekani GVG wo betimi ehunu say lawyer wo sika say simpoate ko e accounts mu.
Well, everything is being sent to them.
Oh na say na say nye wo.
So at nti me kan we ya metete ni ma say na me say na mobile money nso for contact tracing ho ban. Anya me de. Nti e wa na metwin ban me ye lawyer nso metwin ban me lawyer Dr. Justice Remsai. Bibi we bia.
Me teacher o.
O teacher.
Say we be any PhD no.
Oh your doctor.
Oh, Dr. Remsai.
Dr. Justice Remsai.
Oh, ajini
yes, between ban no na me no che me say masa ade ina ma adwene ho. Me pese me de court. Nti me start nye ho adwuma. O see you masa wa kamate ne me start nti choboy 6 of April. 6 of April me call file we no e wo court no kra na lockdown e wom. Now you were lockdown. But me as a lawyer no I told the security forces me call officer ko yejuma indeed me call ko yejuma so to me call court because national registry yejuma. So they filed my case for me after back and forth.
Into file nya onko a wunti said e ba Ghana fo nyina ho nsem enko ankran company because o kan EI no. So one man can say institution say aban institution.
Yes they be say minister no e be designated company.
Inti minister no company bia o pe
company bia inti na
obetimi de momo data akoma no.
Inti minister no ina minister no e designated Kelni GVG.
Na Kelni GVG no mo ye Ghana for.
So far no men call registrar general enko ye mpense mu afi na me pese me ye bom ehu na ye bedu me ba ho no nya botra me akra nti se ne etie ne se National Communications Authority for them to implement the EI 63 no omo the detailed guideline bi e bai wo hwe paper me de ma osisi anu a omo detailed guideline na omo de bai na kire se telcos information omo de be ma omo nyina no telcos subscriber information e de be ma nyina no omo fe ma omo in such a way that the information is hashed. Na je say hashed na kire say you are protected. What your subscriber no your details your data e what telco no nsem no you are protected.
Okay.
Yeah, the normal na momo na nso mu nim say normal way a vim lady dia. O mu nim say normal way Kojo Kwaten dia. O mu nim say normal way Dr. Said dia.
Okay.
It is hashed.
Okay.
And now sana NCA yeah. Then on 27th of March Kenny GVG etro letter e koma telcos ni nyina me ka telcos na MTN Vodafone Airtel Tigo Glo sisia no megidie kire me say even companies omoye mobile money Express Pay ni nyoma nyina omo nyina ye ka ho
yeah so by extension omo nyina so e data na no mkuta
now o hwe we no a
Supreme Court decision.
High Court decision. High Court decision. Nyamede ma osisi ya no.
We.
Last page, last 2 pages.
Okay.
Come back. We na. We ni letter a free Kenny GVG asoye. A copy of it telcos no hono.
Okay.
Now we hear more requests na. Below are a few more points to note about the data requirements.
Okay.
Please share unhashed.
Unhashed.
Kenny GVG requested for unhashed mobile money data from 1st January 2020 to date. Internet say, technically speaking, from your data from 1st January of 2020 up to 22nd July 2021 according to normal order no na just say dey bia ni obeye bia no your mobile money no
e Kenny GVG for
yeah the command straight
na Kenny GVG for dey di kan kro omo otumi say omo ebetro krata koma telcos nso omo nyesa
so
bibi onye minister no mum na nka betimi aisa
yes so omo responses are omo nkrata omo file wo court na e kire say to implement the EI63 no omo koye meeting nhyiemu e wo NCA office e hodom no na telcos no nya say Kenny GVG ni company na
yedi to me na mo
yedi minister na designated per the part 4 of the EI63
so omo nya contact tracing ni
omo nya contact tracing that was on 26th of March 2020 in Omokoye sa meeting na de chinye 27th of March
and omo cho
3:35 p.m. na owura nidin wo hono
Edmond Fianco de ko it was from Kwabena Obenya ako
what is the email address k.nyaku@kennygvg.com
okay to no ojine mu ama Kenny GVG
ono ojine mu ama krata no on behalf of Kenny GVG requesting the specific information
okay
now we share the third one also the number 3 no say for subscriber data we need you to share with us a dump of your latest subscriber database now telecom mu no ye ka a dump file na che say apart from the details na the mema on text messages the content of the text messages is also available
hey council tobo hey tobo na just a contact tracing na omo ye no o enyina omo pese omo hu se bia me ma send me kunu text message omo pese omo hu
ye jo text messages
council ma send text message and me send message o council ye be recording and no so omo beje
omo agi akan so the number of people
omo chi say omo threatening cover and omo nchi omo
okay
now ready obiete omo ready okay say the court ama decision
from 22nd July 2021
no do we have any guarantees say free say court ne ma sa order no omo nje data na
me ba hono then going forward we will need a file a day to update us of any new subscriber added. This is what is interesting. This will be fed later into the SIM registry project. This will be later fed into the SIM registry project. Now, also yes,
SIM registry, but the registration I here for SIM cards.
SIM cards.
Omo kinkan obi a messages no.
Yes, I have a new SIM registration bill from the tenor of the mail sent by Kwabena Obenya to the telcos. No, this is a public document anyway. He is indicating that all the information, the subscriber data, are needing in dump file will be fed into the SIM registry.
na say wo kan council wo ka che say EI na president kan o ye fellow Ghanaians o kan o ka so omunye data contact tracing
and now fe
contact accounts
contact tracing
any sim registry any your messages o mo kenkan na fa ho ben
nti e free ho no mo no you made the application for interlocutory injunction echo yeni nemu ni nemu sa
on
interlocutory injunction e kire say
court no fe o hye nto omo so
court no fe o hye ento telcos no any other service providers no so say mamu in releasing me am ye applicant any Ghana for information and cause our platform
okay
court na njantumu on 23rd June 23rd June 2020 my interlocutory application was dismissed.
Okay.
Now, from 23rd of June, 20...
judge, no him say, ono kra o masa, or dismiss the application, no. Ono so the text message ni phone calls.
Well, ono dismiss say, or dismiss on the basis say, the COVID is real, the COVID is around us, but yenji submissions, no. Answer.
Okay.
Ono abefana, all the arguments now, then he will make an informed decision.
Okay.
Now, judge now ruling or dismissing interlocutory application, he is different from the one who gave the final ruling. Okay. Now, going forward, 23rd June 2020. 23rd June 2020, in your dismissal interlocutory application. Then 26th June. National Communications Authority now wrote back to the telcos to start supplying
the data. Abra same way course work court in your answer.
They be say ya dismiss application into
that was date ben no.
That was 26 June 2020.
Nti any mo fire messages in call.
According to Vodafone submissions or they buy no or say when they were served with my application on 6th of April they stopped Omujaye. But after the interlocutory application injunction application was dismissed on 23rd June on 26th they received a letter from the NCA directing them to resume the supply of the information.
Until from 23rd June 2020 no Ghana for your messages text message WhatsApp and WhatsApp account
me nim say WhatsApp account but messages
much more encrypted
na
they say your messages ko ni say me di bibia for messages so you safe
they be na saying was it last week me can baby say WhatsApp the WhatsApp has been hacked into
Ghana ha
me can I can't remember but even WhatsApp is not safe.
Hey, council, we.
Even WhatsApp has been hacked into. I am not saying this government, has hacked into WhatsApp.
Anything, but possible.
Amount for it me atinasi are hacking into WhatsApp. When you think that sending WhatsApp is secured, you have to rethink. We have to rethink the whole thing.
In council, I say me okay on him. And the man me yam sheshe me say. The messages here you send bibia who send you a big message me do for ma send you message sister ma send you bra ma send you.
Na say cry the message you cry there and send cry your voice note.
Ni ase. Ni nyina ye nyese.
Ni nyina
Eda bonten. Na omo send call.
Ni yes send call.
Nti nkomo bia obebo bia ye tie. Enye me won say council. What one ma wo momo wo code. No be ehu code no no wa transfer wo sika akomo obi say omo send ade we
well me to me can say omo no mo ye it could be
me can so omo but mpendo do awo send no say obi so wo bigger technology obetimi so abawure ma mo no so awi asa data no so on cancel nti adanso ne ye nan go abonti
ya danso ne ye nan go abonti
nti visa 23 June 2020 ne de na telcos nyina de information
yan every day.
Can't say you're safe.
If
say me change my number now, me nyade.
Now we changing number ko je number ben. All the telcos in Ghana.
Omu nyina de ye ho message. Umomo di nyina de.
Momo, mobile money. What is the relation
bank account here?
Yeah, your bank details.
Bank account no, umomo no.
Yeah, your bank details. In so account. The question is
the
question is what has Momo got to do, mobile money got to do with contact tracing? Say wo contact tracing and I say yade ya be for ya ye nim da obekui. Na say ye pe yade na chi no a. E fa mobile money ho ben. Enti when e Kenya ame.
now the court.
And now the court, no.
Into council who can was a bush, any a board, pardon, and that was a save Ghana.
And the mini. Maba.
I was a catcher doctor. Doctor, for instance, doctor, I come with that spice away there. I'm your motion because it's a serious issue.
A very serious issue. On 22nd July 2021, Judge Mrs. Rebecca City, her ladyship, sitting at the High Court General Jurisdiction 7 at 2 p.m. Or 2 p.m. In fact, 12 o'clock. Into by 12:30 to 1, I'm be starting already. Into baking kind of judgment in 115 pages here, or can in
with the law students, a baby exams. Baby exams.
I wish you well. Now, new ocean ruling now. First, now all the telcos, bisa for evidence. Omubisa me evidence, say my privacy have been tampered with, my freedom has been tampered with. Now, when you look at page 94, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 paragraph, my main kind with your permission, or say, at the time, third respondent requested for the unhashed mobile details of all subscribers. There was the likelihood of applicants' rights and the rights of all subscribers' right to privacy being interfered with. First respondent stated that after applicant's application for interlocutory injunction was dismissed, it proceeded to comply with third respondent's request. First respondent is Ghana Telecom Company Limited, operators of Vodafone. Maybe no, me use Vodafone. The other one MTN. That is why I took the two. Yes. And I was asking the court to stop them from releasing my information to Kenny GVG. To the president through the Kenny GVG. Now, Judge can say, when they were requesting for evidence, this is what they just said. First respondent stated that after the applicant's application for interlocutory injunction was dismissed, it proceeded to comply with Kenny GVG's request in compliance with EI 63. So here is the evidence that applicants' right to privacy and the rights of all others have been violated. So the judge should give them the.
The judge no the adanse say adanse or what say information. Any Ghana for
all subscribers' information has been given to Kenny GVG, and it is a breach of our privacy.
Inti emfa ho say bia say Kenny GVG be ka say o ma emfa information anya boni bia emfa ho. The fact say o ma je information no court no say enya ne kwan so.
And I'm sure say what can privacy privacy is the foundation upon which all other freedoms are built. So just here. And the privacy, for you to have control over the privacy means that the collection of your data, the use of your data, and the disclosure of your data, you have to be in control of that. It is a the data, information, I come telco because I am subscribing to their service. Now somebody come third party without my knowledge, not in accordance with law, in the name of contact tracing. Whereas my momo I'm saying no me me say contact tracing any momo no
any
tracking bia no
I council ya brand e yaso say ne kra de court no kan wo high court no say free necro if you da na court kasa ye no telcos Kelny GVG NCA omunyina omumu bia ni wo obetime de omomo ho information
debi
ana wo number ho information akoma obia
debi enye momo ho nko a se nyankopon ya wadom na se okopie Abidjan ana Togo na se wo use ye sim card yi na se ye frɛ wo a nkomo a wudi ye ni nyina no so ye de bre o mampeni president
ye de bre president through Kelny GVG
in the name of contact tracing inti wo hwɛ page 105. Listen to what the court said. The last paragraph at page 105 was say, if the purpose of EI 63 is to help contact tracing in Ghana for the purpose of a public health emergency in Ghana, that is COVID-19, then any attempt at receiving information on applicants and all subscribers when they are out of the country does not meet the Oakes test or the Wensbury's principle of legality, legitimacy and proportionality. It means the president and his agencies are spying on the applicant and all subscribers of the network and or service providers.
We dey court no
judge na mama page no
president no
page 105
the
last paragraph or say it means the president and his agencies are spying on Ghanaians in the name of contact tracing.
I see judge Boshi but a free court in my attorney general be appeal bia wo mu
attorney general
only judge no nya adwene say or spy Ghana for.
The question is before you decide to appeal where bisa won say what has mobile money got to do with contact tracing. If you answer that question in the affirmative, you can move ahead. But if you cannot answer that question in the affirmative, you will have to think again if you want to appeal.
Let us say age na kasa kra gitum say sa de na through a county GVG no na omu tietie Ghana for nkoma any say omu tietie.
So if your last page in Obon said the AG was represented by Assistant State Attorney for the fifth respondent, and the fifth respondent is the Attorney General. So the AG was in court.
Only court to cross we wa kan.
In fact, he's the fifth respondent. He also did the submissions by in support of Kenny GVG. What about Kenny GVG? Yes, please.
Na AG na kasa gofeda mpena sempa no nim say ono so ye twe ni mobile money ho message akoma Kenny GVG.
To be fair to the current Attorney General, obeto asem no.
Obeto asem. Pam 2020 na
yes, no obeto. But then again, he was even the Deputy Attorney General when he started.
No, council where there unim case we wa boy pa because na make say nkrofo ya wo mo we say means of phone so say wa unim Ghana for me ma mo send mobile won so bi won mo person yiri be hu say bi ko hwe ne maame ne na ebusuafo minim de be binum yesa to wa send momo ama ne maame wa send bia wa fa asenom eni on person obi na we nka Kenny GVG woni nyina o
de enye say anka owo Kenny GVG actually has it.
Nenti watching as a politician be kura wa send momo akoma bia nkofo a Kenny GVG owo
so the court
prime minister ni pa o send momo ni nyina Kenny GVG
Mama Judge can say the president may require this for other purposes but certainly not for contact tracing.
A judge no so you bold
her ladyship Mrs. Rebecca City
Nti na yeka se man ye better judges no.
Mean any meaning.
Me and America.
Now,
wow.
My final year me person me yan say court no National Communications Authority. So omo 14 days. 14 days no be elapse watch na. Say omo nko kel ni GVG aso ye. Na omo nko retrieve all the mobile money informations. If I'm applicant, any all other subscribers and service providers of the subscribers of the telcos and other service providers, no, omunji ni nyina, no omun destroy no. The question is, it is this same National Communications Authority who superintended over the release or the collection of this data to the company designated by the minister, that is Kenny GVG.
Nti den guarantee ni ebenya say
den guarantee na ebenya say
ombekwa akwaji ase no
ombekwa akwaji ase. That is number 1. Number 2, and in this computer age, if the information is actually on your hard drive, at the press of a button, you are sending it to how many places to store. So is it a case that the National Communication Authority can actually go for that data and destroy it without a copy being made anywhere?
Do kana kamba be kanu because na obi betimi na me na make say na on social media for obi to me was sending a boy e bia ni photo awaro no ho nyina o si delete na wa delete but unim ye phone you kra na say na me hu say omo o back up bibia and I wo Google so to me back up photos
bibia
enti bi eda ho dada enti ukoji ade arehye me e benya say yesi ukoji data na odi amaka ni GVG na say ni nyina
again the chere say again no chere say onye copies
okay
and na bibia
okay cause you fancy because na ka aspect ba ko bi wo man pese kan mo sending nude pictures na wo be na say ma say no ba no send akomo obi ni ade
ma member ho no quickly now we hear the new act, Cyber Security Act,
okay,
section 67 and 68 of the act now actually say a person shall not with intent to cause serious emotional distress intentionally distribute or intentionally cause another person to distribute the intimate image or prohibited visual recording of another identifiable person without the consent of the person depicted in the image, and in respect of which there was a reasonable expectation of privacy, both at the time of the creation of the image or visual recording and at the time the offense was committed. I'll say a person who contravenes this commits an offense and is liable on summary conviction to a term of imprisonment of not less than 1 year and not more than 3 years.
Okay, now, 1 year and 3 years.
Between 1 year and 3 years. This act didn't give you the option of a fine that they should fine you.
Straight
custodial sentence.
Send a girl be in a jail.
One girl we jai. We you footwear come branti or
babaso. Where
me de minim boama. Mati me kwa mami hunu na me na me ntunufo. Na wo mu ne se woni wo girl jai. Na hye woni wo girl no e bia maye mu amu videos bi. E bia mo ko party bi amosa. Ana girl no di ni picture bi a ogina mero bi ni. Me nka se wa ro no ho ni picture bi asen ne o. E san se akasakasa na ebufu bi abani nti. Na wo de sa picture no a obi abehu se eye vim lady kwa akoto social media Mmara na say wo yes no a ye ma between 1 to 3 years wo kwa akotwiri mu ye ma the option say betua 20,000 so we ntumi ntia obekwa akodem. It is strict custodial.
I see.
Inti anwohye
e wo say ye chewansa meboa
ye be chewo nso ene ye say
che no so na ya
say dey say either say wo na wa ya na say wa mo obi aye into wuntumi nkoka say wo the phone no call repair say no obi twi free mu dey bi emoa yes say it is either you did it intentionally distribute or intentionally cause another person to
kakan so we dey also o ma ye part 2 asem we also o ma ye part 2 ne ye no koa ho asem because say the law no can any bre wo say either say wo be send it and now bia wo dey akọ repairs kra no odipa na distributor
we be can say what they call repairs
and kwa ye be chew.
Well, you will have to prove.
And I'm the manipa ba ko no mum na or they are spreading and now they are better
say akasa emba ya and the betimi aba ne say accident. Go say I mean as a law student you know what is what you mean by the actus reus and the mensura. The actus is that the picture is actually out there. But now we have to go into the intent.
I dream ben how they send
it. I dream ben how they say if it is now proven say woni oba no enya akasa so what you say and na sa pictures no oba na send am or sending you know there is an intention of some privacy bi and no send am ntie na ebufo ni ntie wo person wo show no na dey akoto abonten we nkran hye ana dey be we
kokobo
enye kokobo prophecy we prophecy
nkomhye
we nkomhye between 1 year and 3 years wo be kwa akotwiri mu na odu nsama mu nso na so ye sa no a wo koba say God is love.
Because I'm saying part 2 because there's another year. I saw for years we here by phone na be na TV so na yi nanim. Obehwe kro ni mo bia wa ni biem. Obema bia so ompe no oba bia so ompe no eno say a breach of privacy and
a breach of privacy.
I was here part 2
a breach of privacy. But obehwe say o hwe CNN, o hwe Sky, o hwe sa
big media
networks. You know na say kra me hu say mo kra mo ye. Obo say say kop edwom ana say bibia crowd wona say twa video na they don't show the faces. Showing the faces is an issue. Obi ni ko
bi akojom kra bi ankofo nam ho.
You want say normally you twa etiko no. Nti wo hwa abrofo de na ye twa enan no nko a nam fom.
Cancel we dey wakasa pa unim me wo fa bi.
Free consultation.
Free consultation.
Me me mamo invoice.
Me wo fa bi onya asem nim me wo fa bi. Na no wo yiri no mienu na second one na shada nya establish yiri bi asa. Na or the saying you so no mo ye bibi music for your dancing feet o say dey and dey on TV so na o ko bie na say o ne o baba ko ne ko ye na ye twa no ba TV so privacy issue na o kan ya o ye twa ba TV so ye twa no ba TV so na ne yire pani no say asomasi ana ono o ba yakọ e dey asem bebre bai e TV station na ye mistake so we twa
content producers no won say see ya na ye wo mo ye content nko a so ati ase nti san krofo ni nyina no media my learning educates me that look all to say mo station say UTV I know you have an in-house lawyer multimedia has
lawyer TK multimedia there so something
you need in-house lawyers to advise you on the content amode be bonten.
I see.
because
say be ya unko tietia obi privacy
because what wo ya na se wan ye ni ye a wo ma wo de jako tu bi fie so aja se nipa nso ni bre a o de ba betata
okay cancer dey we mesre wa say dey tie bia wo to ochina wo ma ye ye to aso ne ye part 2 because ye tai twetwa nkofo pa na yakọ bia club bi ni akotwa nkofo ye kọ abonti ye kọdwom ni akotwa bia be ma no so akra na oba no so akra kwa kumi kọ madamfo ya ho ni ehunu no nam dwom ni ehunu no nam ha oti salu yi na ye ntumi nka se consent waje atum se ye twa wo ba ye odwom ni ye twa wo so wo ho unim se TV station
baby a memeti mama mo consent se mo mfa mo camera nsi meni na mo ntwa me nkire na ne ukotwa no mo kola no nso okay ne ukotwa no wo se adwu yi na nso yi na senso wa ma wo kwan
okay
so what you have to do is to fade the faces baby images never ban you fade it
me patch away e was so me ye part 2 because say ye ta call party and our wedding na ye Ghana for no ya so camera na ye twa selfie na I'm here now dan ho sa na e twa obia ho now they are two status baby I say we ye kwan now they are two Facebook e ye kwan ho and ye bridge
what they train e bi be to minimum
and ye bo ama de ye be court because we de bo ama say enka ye be twa no pa nti council mama phone see say na ye part 2 you say we be part 2 ye hia say education no ama ye na emafo na ya ba na bibia na ye twitwa bibia na ye nam na ye twa TV stations and so de enye TV nko ampo say bloggers ni ade o ma be baby obehu bia na o twa bibia na o twa
na nsen mama nka we ntwa to bibi nso abaso
council ye mfa ko share next week ye mfa the whole topic
baby we 30 seconds
we 30 seconds
obekọ that no me call Westers Mall ebe mi say won say mo this elevator electric elevator ni bi enye obi a nim sa ade no ben say young man bi ne the girl e kofro omo ehu amfro no mo te hwe ye nti na ade na atwe omo instead of people to go to their aid no be in the camera twa
and also a breach of privacy
men can say a breach of privacy ni aba no so obi akita mobile phone what I'm saying is that won so obi ho kire no mo nko ne boa mo mfa phone nto no na mo nko nipa no boa instead of taking your you want to be the first to broadcast it na ye de nipa no ho akire no ogina no wutwa
me say motorway accident to Mr. Council na nko for the phone ye be boa nipa no kra na to ka mu ntem no ye twa na obi ehu say Council mama na wase Yakupon shapa ni nimde na odi amane because there's another aspect of case na ye banks so mo we data other people omo de mo ne ade next week Yakupon ya adoma yenya no na yenye social media nyina abuta for ye fancy anum say emra ne sesen ene ye de abro na ne ye time ne bi but ye da se ye beto nkomo we so na me no mienu nyina ntitu ne na emafo na omaba no ne ye twa ye wo school na secondary school girls cry to be ko roye ho ne ye bu ye pa na omaba o mahamu na omo twro ni nyina eye breach eye harassment council chire mu say e we so hu social media baby e kwan ho any baby our right no edru privacy na the foundation of all rights said the watch him no lawyer Francis ke kwatin Arthur yes if you benchema mo de share ngati so mo de share ba kope mo de share ba kope mo de ni lo ni ye ne wa kire emra nu pa kan se da wase ne so bai am mo se da wase se mo hwe emra ne se new episode say dey ebro no ye beto enkomo ye ne cancel to answer from Vim Lady Efiapuka da kase enkomo production team ni nyina this way chocolate drink and a special ice mineral water best assurances and best savings loans mo nyina ye da masia production team mo ene adwuma kese amoye ye from Vim Lady Efiapuka